Hello and welcome to my channel, Captains. My name is Carbine Carlito, and today we are talking about a ship that missed World War II entirely, only to change naval warfare forever. Meet HMS Ocean, the carrier that didn't get to fight Hitler, but did launch the very first jet aircraft off a carrier deck. Fast forward to World of Warships, and she's here at Tier 10, bringing her jet squadrons, smoke screens, and some very unique tricks. Today we are going to review her history, break down her gameplay, and give you some top tips to master her in battle. So buckle up, this isn't your granddad's propeller carrier, this is the dawn of the jet age. HMS Ocean was a Colossus-class light fleet carrier, laid down in 1942 and finally joining the Royal Navy in August of 1945. Yes, just in time for the war to be over. Imagine being the guy who worked 3 years on a ship and missed the party by 1 week. But Ocean didn't sit idle. She became a testbed for new aircraft. She hosted the de Havilland Sea Hornet, the very last flights of the now ancient Fairey Swordfish, and most importantly, she was the stage for Eric Winkle Brown, the legendary test pilot who pulled off the first ever jet takeoff and landing on a carrier. That moment basically changed naval aviation forever. When the real war did call, she answered. She fought in the Korean War in 1952 and later acted as a helicopter carrier during the Suez Crisis, supporting the landings at Port Said. Eventually, she went into reserve in 1958 and was scrapped in 1962. A short service life, but a groundbreaking one nevertheless. So let's talk about what she brings to World of Warships. HMS Ocean is all about her jets. Her rocket planes and dive bombers are both tactical squadrons, incredibly fast, built for surgical strikes. These things feel like they drank 6 cups of coffee before takeoff, but they do come at a cost. They have tiny hit point pools and relatively small payloads. You can't simply brute force with these aircraft. You do require a lot of precision. Here is the spicy bit, however. Both her squadrons of tactical jets come with the smoke generator. Yes, a carrier that can throw smoke on the map, either offensively or defensively. It's like having the US alternative carriers or Shinano's gimmick, but with a lot more flexibility. Imagine covering your destroyer while he caps, or simply blocking vision for your battleship brawling in the center of the map. Ocean is more than just a strike platform. She operates very well as a support ship too. But when your jets fall short, she still has an ace up her sleeve, the non-tactical torpedo bombers. These planes are not only durable, they regenerate quickly and have got consumables up the wazoo. Combat air patrol, repairs, engine cooling, and their torps pack a decent punch with a slightly tighter aiming reticule. Now this means more hits, more consistent damage, and a better way to pressure the enemy constantly. So let's quickly just recap the highlights so far in case you're sitting there taking notes. Tactical jets, blazing speed, surgical strikes with very strong smoke support. The torpedo bombers are reliable, regenerate quickly, and have loads of consumables. The smoke curtain generator can protect your teammates, block up vision, and most interestingly, set up counter-attacking planes. Weaknesses, however, she is the slowest Tier 10 carrier. Ocean has no secondaries whatsoever, and if you get caught out of position, well, it's game over. Alright, so now let's just talk about how to actually play her well. Number 1, you should be positioning smartly on the map. You have the slowest speed of all Tier 10 carriers. Once you commit to a flank, you are basically stuck there. So you don't want to be overextending, getting yourself spotted, so you want to be hugging cover as much as possible and staying behind the front line. You want to be trying to strike with purpose. And what does that mean? It means don't waste your jets on half-health DDs unless it's critical. Save them for finishing blows or crippling targets where the small payload actually matters. You should be above all trying to help and support your teammates. Ocean is unique because of these smoke screens. Try to drop it on a friendly DD contesting a cap or simply blocking line of sight for a cruiser under heavy fire. Think like a team player. This isn't just all about farming damage. Very important is your torpedo bombers and keeping pressure on your targets. These are going to be your bread and butter. With the regen rate and hangar size, you can keep steady pressure on battleships and cruisers for most of the match. Even if your jets get swatted out of the sky, your torps are still going to keep the scoreboard ticking over in terms of damage. When it comes to Ocean, I think the most important aspect is her flexibility. Ocean isn't about brute forcing targets like you would with Midway or Hakuryu. She's about timing, support, and adaptability. Think of her as the scalpel in a world of hammers. So, in my own opinion, where does HMS Ocean land in comparison to her competition at tier 10? She's not the biggest, she's not the tankiest, and she's definitely not the fastest, but she is and feels quite unique. She's the carrier of innovation, bringing jet squadrons and tactical smoke to World of Warships. If you're looking for something different, a ship that can reward clever positioning, quick thinking, and precise strikes, HMS Ocean could be worth taking to sea. She is going to be available in the Research Bureau for 62,000 research points, which will come with a port slot and a 3-point commander. If you're the kind of player that wants to bulldoze with endless payloads, you might find yourself a little bit frustrated. Consider HMS Ocean to be a specialist and not a generalist. For me personally, I don't really play carriers that much, but I did find myself quite entertained. She is very flexible, the aircraft are very powerful, and probably one of the most entertaining tier 10 carriers we've had in years. And honestly, pulling off a clutch smoke save while your torps finish the game, well, that can only be considered as peak carrier gameplay. So that's it for HMS Ocean. I hope you enjoyed this simple preview guide. Give it a like and subscribe for more naval history and gameplay, and let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. Are tactical jets the future of carriers, or just a flashy gimmick? Make sure to check out some of my most recent videos. You can find the links at the end of the video, and if you would like to see some live gameplay, feel free to come over and visit me on Twitch. I stream there on a regular basis. You can see the link here on screen. I look forward to seeing you all. Until next time, captains, keep sailing it like you stole it.